If you as a guy, if you let a girl borrow your hoodie, like you give her like a clothing piece or something to borrow, that's a body.
Girls and guys be best friends. It's much easier for a girl to get a body than a guy is. Because guys take what they can.
Right.
And girls take what they want.
Like if you had a girlfriend, what would you consider your girlfriend doing something would be considered like too friendly? Because I know girls always say to guys like, you're being too friendly.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Levity podcast. I'm your host, Helen. We have our co-host, Phil. Say hello.
Hi.
And then we
I didn't expect that.
we have Hyunbin. We're missing Taemin here today, but instead we have replaced him with our lovely guest who's already been on with us once before.
Once back in August.
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me back.
I feel like instead of being a little bit more like guesty this time, you know, like interviewing about who you are, etc., because our audience got to know it
Right.
the first episode. But today we wanted to, you know, have a little bit more discussion about like women's opinions about things, a little bit more controversial topics maybe that our audience would also like to hear our opinions on.
Yeah, we're actually going to have casually captivating conversations this time.
Yeah.
You said the whole thing with
That's
no
what's
stutter.
up.
No,
That was
I was
insane.
waiting for this.
Oh my god.
I was waiting for this moment.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What'd you have in mind?
Okay, so one of the first things I wanted to talk about was there's a pretty big trend going on right now on TikTok. It's just a little fun segment we can start off with. But it's called like "That's a Body" trend. I don't know if everybody here has heard about it. I know
Like you fucked up. I mean, you clapped with another person.
it's not really like you clapped another person, but it's more of like what you would think would be an exaggerative, like it's exaggerative, but if the opposite gender, let's say for you two, it's like if a girl did this, and then for me and Jen, it would be like if a guy did it, it like signifies that they would want to like sleep with the opposite gender or something like that.
You give us a quick
Okay.
example just
I
to
don't
make
get
it
it.
easy. You know what I'm saying?
Quick
What the
example. I
freak?
feel like a
Yeah.
lot of girls could probably relate. Okay, if you as a guy, if you let a girl borrow your hoodie, like you give her like a clothing piece or something to borrow, that's a body.
Wait, what?
100%.
You know?
What does that mean?
Like if a girl's, you know how sometimes girls are like, oh, I want to borrow a hoodie, blah, blah. If you let a girl borrow a hoodie, that's a body.
Yeah.
That's
What do you
big-
mean? Yeah.
That's
it's
being flirtatious. 'Cause why
Like
would
you
you
took
let
it
her?
to that level,
Yeah.
you know?
Like as friends, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
like, it's because like they're seeing it as like hella intimate. No, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like
Ah.
basically, like you practically like,
Is this only referring to like guys in relationships, or is it for like single guys too? Like, does that count?
Anything.
Oh, word.
So,
Okay.
wait, give me another example. I need to hear this.
Wait,
Okay.
give us an example. Like,
it's kind of hard. I feel like I've only seen like one or two TikTok videos about it
Okay.
a while ago,
Yeah.
but I don't know. You gave a really good example. I didn't think of that one. Maybe another one would be like, I don't know, if a guy casually like takes a girl home, you know what I mean? Like,
Like drives her home?
yeah, like if you're in a group setting and then all of a sudden like, oh,
That's a
I can
good
take
one.
you home. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to come off as a nice guy, but in like realistically, like
Yeah.
that's a body. Like
That's a
you
body.
want to be alone with her. You're offering to take her home.
Oh, okay.
But like why her and not
I don't
another
like this.
person?
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Why not a guy friend?
yeah,
So-
why not a guy friend?
So
yeah.
okay, like my I guess the guy's equivalent is like if a girl, right, gets a drink, like a free drink from a guy at the club, then it's a body per drink that she gets.
Per drink?
Yeah. Is that how it is? Mm-hmm. Can we do that?
Okay, fine. Then the opposite then. If you're a guy and you're at a club and you pour a shot into a girl's mouth, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
body.
But is it a negative
every
body if I
shot.
pour into another guy's mouth?
No,
wait,
it
shot you
doesn't
pour.
reverse.
Okay.
You're saying like, does it reverse?
Yeah,
count?
I can't
Cancel it out?
I can't undo the body.
No.
Wait. So I love how you guys are like, this chemistry is crazy right now, right? So is body a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad thing.
It's a bad
Oh,
thing.
body's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why are you doing too much?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
You're
Yeah.
doing too much.
Yeah.
If you post a photo
So
on-
when you're
No,
when you're
no,
like
go.
friends with the person, and then you're doing too much, and it's pretty much like you're trying to fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, a girl is
I
like,
get it.
oh my gosh, I love the smell of, what's that, like, fuckboy cologne?
Oh, Sauvage.
Or like, she like, you know what I mean? Like, you take something into a girl's account with so much consideration, and then you go and you buy Sauvage, you know? It's kind of like, okay, yeah, that's a body.
That's
like,
a body.
Oh.
If you post a photo on Instagram and a girl comments on it and says something like, oh, I was the first to see this, or like photo credits, that's a body.
Oh my gosh, the photo credit.
Yeah.
Wait.
Photo
Wait.
Okay, okay.
You can't even control that though.
No, that's
a
a
guy, you know what I'm
body.
saying?
That's a body. You need to put it in check.
Because why the
Okay.
hell are you letting her take her photos?
Do I just disable my comments? Like, how do we navigate not getting these bodies? You know what I'm saying? Because some things that like we do, I can get that.
Well,
but,
you
like,
kind of, you know how like when you shoot your shot.
Oh,
and
so you're saying
someone-
we asking for
and
it?
someone said like you set it up. You kind of set it up.
It's like
Yeah.
you're lobbying and you're
Oh.
dunking it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me give you an example. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. From the girl's perspective, when a guy opens the door for a girl,
That's a body.
like a car door,
yeah.
that's a body.
Depends on
body.
the girl.
But
Oh, yeah.
if a girl walks through the door that the guy opened, that's 4 bodies. Because why would you let another guy open your door for
I
you?
get this now. I get this now.
Reverse Uno. I made it.
I get this now.
I got this shit.
Yo, I got LeBron in my team. We're good. We're good.
Okay, you want to talk about multiple bodies? If you let her put her feet up on your dashboard in the car while she's sitting shotgun, that's 5 bodies. I mean, that's 10 bodies.
But if she gets in the car, that's
No,
7 bodies.
5 bodies for letting her sit in the passenger seat to begin with, and another 5 bodies for letting her put her feet up on your dashboard.
Dude, and then teaching her stick shift, you're deceived.
I can't even
that's-
drive stick shift. How about that? Joke's on you. I'm dumb.
Wait, you don't you don't know how to drive stick shift?
Huh? You
don't
do?
know? No, I don't.
That's a body.
I literally
Why-
do. I just thought all guys do. I don't know. I thought it was a thing.
Yeah, y'all
nah.
don't know how to drive stick shift?
Okay, so when I'm trying my best to do this. This is really hard. When a girl, help me.
Okay, so like, have you heard of the thing where it's like, oh, someone cooked here? You guys know about that?
Wait.
Is this someone else's hair?
Like someone cooked here.
It's like on the same
cooked.
wavelength as like whose hair is this?
What?
What?
No.
Hair?
Explain it for us. We're dumb.
Like for example, okay, let's say I'm hanging out with a guy and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, do you have any like moisturizer? Like my face is so dry, right? And then he pulls out like, yeah, I have this like Summer Fridays jet lag mask. Someone cooked there, you know? Like why do you have that?
You get it now?
Do you know what I mean? Or if you're like, oh, like I'm talking about my skincare routine. You're like, oh, sis, do you use like hyaluronic acid? It's like,
Oh,
bitch,
yeah.
someone cooked here.
What if I'm just a metrosexual who just really cares about my hygiene?
Okay,
you know
but
what I'm
are
saying?
you?
I just like smelling good.
Or
you know
those
what I'm
guys that
saying?
have a hair tie on their wrist?
Depends. Like, do they have long hair?
No.
Oh.
They have short ass hair.
They just like have a hair tie on their wrist ready for
Emergency
a
hair
girl,
tie.
for
Emergency
a
hair
girl
tie.
to be like, does anybody have a hair tie? And then you
Yes.
give her the hair tie. Yeah, that's a body.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
so
clicking.
like, what's the equivalence for like a guy that when they see a girl does a certain thing, it's like, oh, like that's a body.
She's like obviously trying to.
Yeah. Like what's from a guy's perspective?
Oh man. When a girl
Oh, when a girl laughs too hard at a guy's joke. It's a body
Okay.
per chuckle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm counting that shit, bro. Yeah, you better tally that shit up.
Oh
Like,
man.
If a girl says, like, I'm cold, and then you give her your jacket, that's a body. Immediately. So why the hell can't you just let her
Writing
be
this shit
cold?
down. I can't give jackets to
No,
no
you
one.
can't. It's kind of like you gotta tell the girl like, did
Shit,
you,
I'm cold myself. I ain't giving that shit away.
like check the weather next time. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
sassy.
Oh, shit. I feel like a lot of these are coming from a lot of...
No, because guys
Yeah.
always like to act naive. They try to always be like the
Yeah.
nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
Jokes on you, we actually are naive.
No, I'm sorry to do you like this, Taman, because you're not here right now. But there was this one episode. No. There was this one episode that Taman was like, "Do y'all ever keep hygienic products in your bathroom for girls?"
Oh my God, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's a body. Sorry, Taman,
but
but you
y'all,
got
that
a
was a
body.
green flag.
You
No,
got
I didn't. No, okay. So Becky and Steph thought that was a green flag, and like, good for them and all that, right? Because maybe it's different. Maybe they think differently. But like, I would feel like it's like, why do you have that? Like, do females come in and out of your bathroom that often to where you
Yeah.
like want to just have that on
Or
deck?
maybe we're just proactive because we care.
Do you?
About your skincare.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, you
I mean, we care enough to
care.
buy it because it's not cheap.
You care about getting in their pants.
That's not true.
No,
I just
that's not what we think
I
about.
like-
That's not what we think
I'm
about.
a giver as a man, you know what I'm saying? So I just like making sure my woman is well taken care of.
Let me tell you one thing. I literally one time, like my boyfriend, like back when we first started dating, I was like going through his drawers while he was like out and about, right? And I found like some Neutrogena. wet wipes. And it's like one of those like the travel trial size, like 7-packs, right?
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, who the fuck uses wet wipes? Like, why are you dragging your skin?
Oh my
to, like,
God.
You know, like, where's the micellar water? You know what I mean?
Oh,
so then, like, I literally was like, what is this? Like, I know this isn't for me. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be damned if I'm the one using this. So, like, what is this? You know? So for me, that's a red flag.
Yo, that's Detective
Okay.
Jen. That's what
a
it
body.
is.
It's a red flag. And it was dried out, though. So
Okay. Well, okay.
that meant that it was old.
If that's the case, let me ask you this, right? Would you rather have a guy be like, quote unquote, over prepared like that, or would you have a guy not be prepared at all, and you gotta be like, oh, I gotta fucking teach these guys all these
No,
things?
not prepared. Like,
You prefer that?
yeah, because I felt
Yeah.
like, why would you want a guy that already has like
I gotta stop studying so hard then. Fuck, I'm doing
pads
too much.
ready for you?
Yeah.
Like, I want you to be dumb enough to where I'm like, the green ones are green apple flavored,
Yeah.
and the yellow ones are lemon. Like, give me the lemon pads at the store. You know, like you wanna.
Lemon pads?
Huh?
Lemon pads?
Yeah, they're like mint. They're kind of like zingy.
That's
Wait,
a
that's
thing?
actually a thing?
Wait,
Refreshing
actually?
pads. No, because what she's saying is like, let's say you're a single bachelor, okay, and you already have those in hand. It just makes it look like you have those on hand, prepared already for like all the girls that you bring over. That's different from when you start getting in a relationship and then you realize like, oh, my girlfriend needs these things at my house, and then you buy them to
Yes.
prepare for your girlfriend
To make
But
her life
yeah,
easier.
but
That's
you already got
different.
those on hand
Wait, okay.
for what?
Because I'm for the boys, right? So you're telling me I have to, quote unquote, if me and Christine were to break up, I have to be like, "Duh," like for the next relationship? You know, because you got to be fresh. You got to act like you don't know anything.
Okay, well, you can be honest and be like, hey, like.
My ex-girlfriend told me that this is a good thing to do, so I'm going to do this with you too.
No, it's more of like
You see what I'm trying to say though.
Someone cooked.
But is that a bad thing though? You know what I'm saying? Because someone cooked there, so like, you know, like the stove is already ready. Like, you know, they got a dish like popped in the oven.
Oh my
Like,
God, you
How-
taught
how do
them.
you feel?
You taught them this slang, and now they're gonna say it all the time.
Because we cooking.
It's like if you and Yeza were to quote unquote hypothetically, you better not. She's
Oh my
a lawyer
God.
now.
Yeah, she's a lawyer.
he
Anyways,
pleads the fifth.
if y'all were to break up, then wouldn't you throw the tampons and pads away?
Yeah,
why would
why
you
would you
keep
keep
them
it?
on hand to be like thinking about like, oh, when I get my next girlfriend or when I
Right.
Because
whatever,
we're
I'm
dumb
gonna
and naive and we're
hold-
lazy.
y'all aren't as dumb and naive as you guys try to make yourselves seem.
Oh,
I
you-
know.
you
like,
mean it?
The
Men
human
know.
mind, like
Yeah.
you know, everything you do is with intentions.
Yeah,
Like you
people
can't
know
sit-
what they're doing.
Okay, well, that being
You ever
said,
heard of the phrase head empty?
head empty. No,
Yeah.
I really
Brains,
haven't.
smooth brain, no lumps, no bumps.
Yeah.
that being said, do you guys believe, if you guys are so like, cooking and stuff like that, right? Do you guys believe men and women relationships can be real? Or can girls and guys be best friends?
Ooh, that's a controversial topic.
I feel like this is a really hot topic that a lot of people talk about right now.
Girls and guys being friends. I know.
But friend, okay, I want to say this first. Like, I had this whole argument with another person that was like, there has to be a fine line between friends
Yeah.
and best friends, right?
Yeah.
Like friends, there's even like the one step below that. It's like the acquaintances.
Yeah.
You know. So like, what's the boundary level between the three? Know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like first of all, if you're in a relationship, your best friend should be your significant
Partner.
other.
Yeah.
Best friend should definitely be your significant other.
Most definitely.
Don't side eye me.
I don't know. I feel like you're so like against the grain.
Oh, I never said my piece yet. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna
I'm gonna
You
hold
just
back.
brought up the question.
I just brought the question though.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're digging it right now.
No, I wanted to ask your opinion because before the podcast started, I know you said like you have a pretty strong opinion about this, and so you said you were against it, or like you believe that they can't.
I don't think there's like such a thing as like like 100% platonic. Like I feel
Yeah.
like there's only one person in my entire life of all the guys I've ever met or ever been friends with. There's only one single person that I feel like it is 100% platonic, and that's really
yeah.
rare.
Yeah.
I agree.
But like for the most part, I feel like every guy when they become friends with a girl is probably because they find them attractive on some level in the very beginning.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like there has to be something that draws you initially to like want to get to know this person.
Yeah.
So like I
But
feel
I think
like
that's people in general, though. No, like we just like people just like enjoying like hanging out with attractive people.
Like pretty things.
Yeah, like you,
Yeah.
I pick my friends because they're attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm,
No,
like, not
that's
because
true,
I'm like,
though.
I want to fuck them, but like
I agree with that. Like
Yeah.
everyone likes pretty things. Like no one wants trash, right?
Yeah, it's like human nature.
yeah.
So,
I'm not
you know what I'm
calling
saying?
people trash, but
whether
like
it's like attractively like physically or like they have attractive qualities about them, like they have like certain like characteristics like charisma or something like that. That
No,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
That is true. But the thing is, it's like even if it's human nature to like attractive things, etc., it's also human nature in the fact that like the way guys' minds work towards how y'all view females is a lot different from how like women.
you mean
view
like kind of
men.
naive, right?
Kind of naive and more like there's that saying of like for some people who believe that platonic or like just straight up friendships between a guy and a girl can't exist, and like people who believe that, they say that no matter how hard a guy acts like he's being your friend, it's more of that he's like waiting in the long run
Yes.
for you to become single and
For
for
the
him to
right-
have their chance.
Yes,
Yeah.
the right moment to like swoop in.
Oh, so I'm scheming now.
What? You tell me, are you?
Phil's over here like planting seeds. He's
But like, wouldn't
"On
you
for
agree that like it's human nature? Like the mind naturally just wonders about things. So like, can you honestly say that you have a friend and you've never sat and thought, oh, what if? And then you're like, oh no, I can't think like that.
Especially as a guy, because y'all are visual.
No, I'll have other guys that
stimuli.
will bring it up, and I'll shut it down. I'll be like, nah, like we just homies. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my homegirl right there.
Well, yeah, but
Because I feel like we're like homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't go out and like
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like I think how most people's brains work, especially like people our age and stuff, a lot of people are like slightly still going through puberty, blah blah. And I feel like it really can't happen, being that close. But I feel like in the rare instance when it's like a really like both sides, the guy and the girl, they're like secure in themselves, they both have like a more mature mindset. In like rare instances, I think like a true platonic, no other ulterior motive friendship like can exist.
It's like 1% in my opinion.
Yeah.
when
I think it's possible.
I guess I'm breaking stereotypes
one
down.
person.
No, like I'm being like super serious about that though. I believe it's like a 1% chance, and it's got to be really lucky too. It's like getting a job, super freaking hard and very very lucky.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just my personal opinion, but I feel like there's a lot of like girls out there that are like
No, girls be scheming. Like,
Yeah. No, they know.
Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I've talked to a lot of girls, and they're like, no, I think girls and guys can be like best friends. I've had a lot of guy friends in my life, and I'm like, they want to get
Well, it
in your pants.
depends
I
on the
swear.
girl. Like, are you the type of girl
Yeah.
who wants to get things out of guys, like kind of milk them in a
Yeah,
way? Because
exactly.
you know.
Like get attention.
No, sometimes like there's perks with being a girl where you feel like okay, you have a guy friend, but you kind of know they're like in the slightest bit, even 1% attracted to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know you can get your way in the sense of like,
Yeah.
hey, give me a drink, or like, hey, can you go do this? Can you go do that?
Yeah.
You can get up and get that napkin by yourself, but
Yeah.
because you know that you can, you're like, hey Phil, can you give me that napkin, please? You know what I mean?
No.
So it's just like something like
Yeah.
I think we are all very, very much so socially aware.
Yeah.
And girls, and that's why like when other girls say like, I know what this girl is doing because
Yeah.
we know what we're like. For example, like when you get a like on an Instagram picture,
Yeah.
and other people are like, oh, a like is just a like. But as a girl, I feel like when we get a like from a guy who has a girlfriend, we're kind of like, why are you doing that?
Wow,
this-
dude! I thought you were
no.
like reading our minds. Just
Holy
like,
shit.
We had the same
We had
conversation.
this exact
We're unpacking
conversation.
a lot of things
No,
right
now.
because
That's crazy.
That
Give me-
is
set me
so
up for that.
freaking true.
Yeah.
Like girls look into this stuff, and the thing is, okay, this is another point about the whole girl and guy being friends things. A lot of the times, it can only happen because the thing is, I do have a lot of guy friends, right? But I genuinely think that it's because, you know how it's more opportunistic to where a guy will try to grab the chance when he can. So if a friendship is to happen like in a healthy platonic way,
Interesting.
it's really about how the girl sets boundaries
Yes.
on what the guy can't or can't do, or like what she allows and like does like milk out of him and stuff.
Right.
Because for me, it's like when I have a guy friend, it's like I have an older brother, you know? So it's like, it's not like I have a great relationship with my brother. It's not like, obviously we're siblings and shit like that. So that's weird. Like we would never have that kind of like thought towards each other. That's fucking incest.
Oh my
But-
God.
no.
We get it. You're from Alabama, dude. Chill.
No, I was gonna say, oh, but you're from Alabama?
No, I'm not.
dude,
Oh my God. No, I'm not from Alabama. I used to live there for a little bit.
That's all
But
it
they
takes.
make fun of that because I used to live there. But it's like it's almost in the same way of like treating my guy friends the way I would my brother.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like don't try to, if you try to be like too nice to me and stuff, I'm like ew. Like don't. But then I've had girlfriends before that like make guy friends and stuff, and it's like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you know exactly what they're
Yeah.
doing. You know that you can get like shit-faced drunk and be like, hey, take care of me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like with the perks of having a guy best friend,
Yeah.
but not having him be your boyfriend.
Yeah.
But not saying that you can't have a guy best friend who looks out for you, because like I have multiple guy friends, but like I said, there's one particular, Kevin Pratchett, that I know like
I
for
love
a
KP.
fact, like
Yeah, KP's
most
cool.
genuine soul, like 100% platonic, like
Yeah.
no matter what, never
Yeah.
a doubt. But then there was this other friend I have, you know, where like we were besties too, and then one night, tell me why we took a shot, and then like you know how it has like the salt rim on the
Oh,
vodka,
yeah, yeah.
not vodka, but the tequila
Tequila,
stuff.
yeah.
It got on my shoulder, and tell me why
He licked it off?
off my shoulder. I was like, yo,
Wait,
what the
no,
fuck?
you're
Hell
not joking.
no.
When you say you licked it off, I think you were
No,
joking.
yeah, off my shoulder, because it kind of like it, like hit.
Or maybe he was that drunk, he mistook you for the
okay,
salted
but
shot.
like, what is it? But I was
God.
kind of like,
I would be
okay.
grossed out.
You know, like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, so like, hey Jen, hey Jen, you
No, but we were like drunk.
That's a body.
No. Oh my God.
Watch out,
that-
buddy.
But then you want to say like, oh, but dude, I was drunk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know.
It's like one of those moments where it's like you think a guy is your genuine friend, and then one day, like, out of the blue, he just goes, like, "Can I tell you something weird?" And you're like, "No, I don't want to know what weird thing you're about to tell
Wow,
me because
that's
I
This is
see
a
it."
common thing for you guys? Like, how
Okay,
how
yes.
often has this happened for you guys?
Yes.
I think no,
in
that
the cars. It's always in the cars.
Oh
How many
yeah,
cars
those
are you in?
moments-
That's a body
in
right
the
there.
moments,
Got your ass.
in
Caught
the
you in
moments
4K,
can't
bro.
escape or anything. That's when they trap you.
You want to know what my escape route was one time?
What?
I knew this guy was about to confess to me one time. Like, I knew
Jesus.
it. And literally, he's like, I have to tell you something. I literally was like, let me give him a way out. I was like, do I have something in my teeth? Is that what you're about to tell me? You know, he's like, no. And I'm like, you can tell me if I have something in my
Yeah.
teeth. And he literally was like, no, I want to be serious right now. And I was like, oh my God.
That's when
do
you know
seriously
they're about to hit
have
you.
anything in my teeth? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like letting you get out of this right now. And he's like so persistent.
He's
on
like, nah, your shit
like,
perfect.
no.
I love it.
And I was literally like, okay. I literally had to like we were in the car together and he was driving my car.
Yeah.
And
You let a guy drive your car? Body.
that's a body.
I know
That's like
bodies.
three right there.
And prior to him confessing, he couldn't parallel park my car. I literally had to be like, okay, get out. Like,
Yeah.
let me parallel. So I'm sitting in the like driver's seat now. He's
Yeah.
in passenger and he's confessing to me.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
That'd be so mad. Yeah.
But it's
You're like, hold on, wait a minute. Wait, hold that thought, hold that.
this is with no backup cameras, you know.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
She did say
Knows how
she
to
drives stick
parallel
shift, so
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to drive stick shift.
My
Pay
bad.
attention, man.
she doesn't.
But neither do y'all. So shit.
All guys except me and Phil know how to drive stick shift.
No, but
But
that
it's
kind
like-
of moment, it sucks because it's like
You
lose
ruined
a
a
friendship.
friendship.
Because you're so
you
focused on parking the
genuinely
car
ruined
that
the
you can't have that
friendship.
conversation. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, like you ruined a friendship. Like
Yeah.
you ruined a really good friendship just because you wanted to be selfish and confess.
like we could have actually been good, like healthy guy friends, because sometimes like being a girl, just having girlfriends, or being a guy that only has guy friends, like I feel like you lose a little bit of like I think there's benefits that you can learn from being friends with the opposite gender and stuff, you know? And like you lose that opportunity when your like head is so focused in like trying to get with them or something like that. It fucking sucks as a girl thinking that a guy is being a genuine friend, and then you realize like the whole time they've just been trying to get in your pants,
Exactly.
trying to or whatever. It pisses you the.
Do you
F
think
off.
this is an unattractive person trying to get to an attractive person type of relationship though? So like normally the less attractive person will do that, try to get the opportunity in, and the more attractive person's like, no, I just saw you as a friend. Because I feel like this is not just for girls but guys as well.
Oh, it happens to guys too.
Definitely, I 100% seen a lot of guys where if they're very good looking and I see them like that guy's good looking, right?
Yeah.
They have relationships with quote unquote friends that are girls.
Yeah.
And they try to slide in when they get the opportunity. And they're like, damn, I thought I had a genuine relationship with this person, but now I realize.
But you've been trying to smash the whole time.
But like,
God.
I have thoughts on that though. Aren't most guys just like okay with it just because it's like a quick fuck? Like it doesn't matter like who the attention is coming from, as long as this attention they don't mind.
We got
it.
standards over here. Can't just be anybody.
But do you think like a lot of guys have standards though?
I agree with what you're saying. I
that's
think
true.
most guys. So here's my whole thing on that, right? My whole spiel. Like girls, it's much easier for a girl to get body than the guy is, right? Because guys take what they can,
Right.
and girls take what they
They
want, right?
Exactly.
And there's that whole like married thing too, but like that's a separate topic. But
Must be nice.
what I'm trying to say by this is like, because that's the case, I think the reason that's the case is because there's more attractive women more than men necessarily, because women know how to take care of themselves better than men, most men, right?
They're the OG cookers, you know what I'm saying? They just should be cooking that shit up.
Thank you.
Using it.
And that being said, like because that's the case, most guys look like they're super thirsty and they'll take any opportunity because that's like how they like kind of survived, you know?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion though,
I
obviously.
see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like there's less opportunities for guys to choose.
Yeah,
Whereas like
so-
with girls, we choose what we want.
Yeah, but like you find like a super good looking guy that's like what, 6 foot something. That's like super rare.
And that's
to be
why
honest.
you don't go for those guys.
Because tall dudes are whack. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
You projecting right now?
Nah, dude. They're just tall, so they don't got to work on their personalities type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. So
Tall dudes aren't even funny, dog. Oh,
I feel like tall dudes are like delayed. Like everything they do is like delayed.
It
You know
takes a
what I'm
lot
saying?
of process
Yeah.
or thought to like
Yeah.
get the thoughts up to their.
Like, do you
They're
guys know a
6
lot
foot
of
tall head.
tall dudes who kind of talk like, yo, like they like drag out everything. It's like everything's like delayed.
it's just like a 6 foot over type.
I guess I don't know. Every tall dude I've met, I feel like they just kind of like drag out their words a little bit more than
Maybe
the
they're just so
average height.
tall it's like echoing and it's delaying.
like, they're not getting good blood circulation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like everything takes like 1 millisecond like longer to
Word.
process.
No,
Hey.
facts.
I got good internet
Honestly.
speed down here. You know what I'm saying? My shit. You know.
Is this
Tall
like the
dudes
whole argument between like hot guys versus medium ugly? I heard you guys talk about it earlier.
Oh yeah.
And I was trying to figure out like what is this hot guys versus medium ugly guys?
No, this is also a thing that's been trending on TikTok, but it's a topic to be talked about because for men, I feel like it's instinctive in y'all's nature because y'all like visually pleasing like things. Often you guys want the
Pretty things are cool.
you guys want the like really beautiful girlfriend, blah blah blah. You guys like fantasize about beautiful. Anyways, but for women, it's a little bit different because we're a lot more like nurturing, emotional creatures. That's how we get stimulated a lot of times. And the thing is, so our pursuit isn't necessarily to get the hottest guy out there because 9 times out of 10, if a guy is super, super attractive, a lot of times he's also misogynistic,
Yeah, not a good
egotistical.
guy.
Not all. So please don't get pissed off for all, if there's like
Oh, it gets canceled.
Yeah, I get canceled by all the hot men.
All the hot men.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I think we've like, as girls, we've learned collectively that like when a guy is more so like medium ugly, they also know, they know that it's not just about their looks that'll get them whatever women that they want. It's more of like they learn to have a personality and be funny. And like, so it's just like, it's like almost the same thing as like if you see a super chiseled guy, but then like the concept of a dad bod is also popular. Like there's a lot of girls out there that
What?
love a dad bod and would choose that over like a super built dude. It's like the same
I
thing for
agree.
like if a guy looks super hot, you're kind of like,
You kind of like I'm not even gonna bother.
yeah, because
What?
he probably thinks he's all that, blah blah blah, and like women don't want to get with men that are like, oh, I can get whatever girl I want, because when you get with him, you're just gonna be another body to him.
Exactly.
Do you think it's like that because you feel like he's just gonna be a misogynist, or do you think like maybe he's out of your league?
No.
I don't think it's about him being out of my league.
No.
I think
Yeah.
it's about him thinking that he's out of your
Yes,
league,
and
then
that's a
it gets,
turn off.
and it gets to his head, and
Yeah.
he thinks he can get any girl he wants. You know,
Yeah.
you know
Interesting.
that saying when like you give an ugly guy a chance and he thinks he's like the
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh my God. Yes. It's the what is that? The pretty girl
Interesting.
effect.
Okay.
Pretty girl.
The
effect.
pretty girl effect. It's. Do you guys know what that is?
No,
can
please
you explain?
explain.
These like
Okay.
all
I'm
Yes.
learning a lot of new
No.
things here.
You're so quiet, but you're like
the pretty girl effect
I just like listening. You know what I'm
is
saying?
about how a lot of guys, they're a lot more insecure than we think they are because, you know, you guys have a lot less chances. Like women, instead, we get approached more, whatever.
She's speaking facts.
So let's
right
say
now.
an ugly guy or just an average looking dude gets with his like first baddie, like she's hot, whatever. The fact that he bagged her, it suddenly inflates his ego
Yeah.
so much because he has a
doesn't know
pretty
how to
girl.
act.
He doesn't know how to act, and then he suddenly thinks, since I got her, I can get any hot girl I want. Like I can go even higher than this. And so they get a super inflated ego, and so like they end up being more likely to cheat. They end up being more likely to be like yeah, just because they got a pretty girl.
It
hold
all
on.
stems from their insecurity.
Then why would you get
Coming from.
That's fine. So why would you date a medium ugly guy, quote unquote, if you know they're gonna
That's
get
a
a
little
pretty
bit
girl
different
effect?
from-
That's
an
different.
ugly,
Yeah,
yeah.
ugly is different than medium.
So
ugly.
we're talking about ugly right now.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
about like ugly.
Getting on.
The
Damn, bro.
Show me that
That's
face.
extra emphasis. Ugly.
The pretty girl effect is more so for like not attractive guys, but medium ugly guys. It's like they're just attractive
enough for you
Yeah.
to be able to love them more through their personality.
Can we get some
Yeah.
examples?
Okay, yeah. Can you give? That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, what are some examples of like celebrities, for example?
Oh my god.
Don't tell me Pete Davidson.
No. Who's that?
Well, Pete Davidson would consider be like medium ugly, I guess.
Yeah. No, he would. Let's say you think about what's a super hot like male actor you think? What are the
Chris Hemsworth.
David Beckham.
Yeah, David Beckham.
David Beckham is
Chris
hot.
Hemsworth,
Word.
right?
Okay.
Anybody would be like, that's like a top tier looking man, right? But
But he also cheated.
yeah.
Which one?
David Beckham.
Oh, really? I don't know these
Yeah.
things. You got to fill me in. You know what I'm saying?
No, but a
Damn.
medium ugly
You sound so
guy.
disappointed.
I was when I watched the documentary. I was like, no.
I hate hot guys.
No, a medium ugly guy though would be like Jack Harlow. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
But
What?
the Riz makes him like
Yes. Because Jack Harlow, if you just look at his looks,
Yeah.
honestly, it's just another curly haired white man.
become from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Because he's
he-
tall and 6'3". That's why he's whack. You know what I'm saying? Whack ass, tall ass motherfucker.
He's
Tall
good
guy.
looking. He's good looking, but he's not like oh my god, like I'm gonna drop my panties right now just because you look so good type of good looking. He's
But you
just
still
like
fuck with
average.
Missionary Jack though, because that Riz, you know what I'm saying?
That confidence,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and he has like the personality and stuff just makes him like
But also he's a celebrity, so it's an actual like extra factor.
no,
No,
but even if he was just a random dude that like you like talked with at a coffee shop and stuff, you wouldn't look at him and immediately be like, damn, I want to get with him just because he looks at. But he's like kind of medium ugly-ish.
Yeah, it's like the personality makes up for the rest.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
'Cause
that's
it's-
what. Okay, I was trying to like deep
And
down figure out
girls go
how.
crazy over Jack Harlow. Like,
Are you
genuine-
girls?
Huh? I usually
Girl,
Jack Harlow.
she's speaking from her.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
no, word.
No, but yeah, that's the hot guy versus medium ugly thing. That's a TikTok
But also,
trend.
I feel like Jack Harlow glowed up. Glowed
Yeah,
up.
100%.
Blew up.
Yeah, sorry. English is it's tough, you know what I'm saying?
It is. No,
You know,
really
but
is.
Jack Harlow glowed up ever since he got like extra cash and like clout or whatever.
Yeah, he learned how to take
Because
care
you
of
should
himself.
have seen him in the very beginning. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you date like a medium ugly guy, he's not out here like caring about the next girl that he can get or like
Yeah.
being attractive. He's worried about you, like, because he
Yeah.
knows that he's like medium ugly. So he's like, let
Yeah.
me treat her well, let
and
me
that's
treat her
so
right.
sexy. Yeah.
And you want to go home
Interesting.
and you want to be like, my
Oh,
man.
so you want a self-aware medium ugly guy? You don't want to.
Yeah,
you don't want
gotta
a
be
delulu
you.
Is
medium
that
ugly
what
Because
guy.
when
makes
you're
him medium
delulu,
ugly?
you're ugly.
Word.
That's the difference.
Word. Okay.
Lulu, you're ugly.
Yeah,
Yeah, put that on a t-shirt.
When
That's crazy.
you're not aware
Yeah.
of what you are,
Yes.
then
Okay.
that's just ugly. You
Yeah.
just drop down on
Wait,
the
wait.
list.
So
Yeah.
medium ugly is not just physical looks. It's also personality.
Because the
Personality needs to be A1 though.
yeah.
Okay, so you're
To
like
make up
medium
for it.
ugly.
Yeah.
It's like ugly guys have a great personality.
No, medium ugly is medium ugly. It's not ugly ugly.
It's like medium rare. It's not well done. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
there's levels to
Yeah.
this. Okay.
It's like a steak. They're not congratulations. It's medium. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
There's levels to it, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I
Yeah.
have a question for you guys, guys and girls though. So like, what do you consider to be friendly? Like, if you had a girlfriend, what would you consider your girlfriend doing something would be considered like too friendly? Because I know girls always say to guys like, you're being too friendly, like stop it.
Interesting.
But what do guys consider for girls that you're dating as like, babe, that's too friendly?
When they're laughing too hard from another guy I've never met.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, how many times is she giggling?
Yeah, it's a
What
body
you doing
per
over
laugh.
there?
Body.
Yeah.
What if he's
Bodies,
just
bodies.
genuinely funny?
Huh?
What if he's just genuinely funny though?
I'm genuinely pissed.
Oh, makes
Okay,
sense.
it really isn't
what
like
is he, a
that.
fucking stand-up comedian? Like, how? No dude's ever that funny, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, but what?
I would definitely
That was a good
say
question.
if I find that guy attractive and I feel like, fuck that guy, I think that would piss me
Just
off.
because they're attractive?
Not just because when they laugh too hard
But
and
if he's
they're
medium
attractive.
ugly, but his personality is too attractive, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes like a, you need to watch out. You know what I'm saying? Out here with your personality all
Ooh.
on point and shit.
Another thing that would piss me off is when I know the guy is trying to talk to my girl for different reasons from being her friend.
Well, is
And
it,
she's
How
not-
do guys know? Because what if your girlfriend's like, I'm naive, like I didn't catch on to that.
Too bad I'm not. Fuck that guy. Don't talk to him. He's dangerous.
No, but then at that point, sorry, my boba. At that point,
Oh my God.
at that point, it's not really something that your girl's doing to be too friendly. It's just like you're like just being aware and like sus of the other guy. But what is it that like your girlfriend would do right now to where you'd be like, babe,
Oh,
Like,
you're
chill.
being way
like
too
yeah,
fat.
babe,
Yeah.
chill.
Dang, that's tough.
I have one example. So what if like, you know how some girls are like motherly, nurtury, whatever. Let's say she's holding a slice of pizza, and let's say like she's bringing it from God, and she's like, try it here, like like mouth feeding.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How would you feel if that was your girlfriend that's like, hey Phil, like try this pepperoni pizza, like. Yeah,
That's a great
how would you
example.
feel?
Word.
Would you be
That-
like,
oh man,
would that bother you?
that would bother me.
It would, right?
Yeah, I would be bothered. I'd be like, why are you feeding them?
I have a strict rule on that. I do not feed, like I would never feed a guy if he's not like my man.
Oh yeah,
Word.
yeah.
But I have met people who like don't see it that way.
You would just be like, have a slice of
Yeah,
pizza.
like
Why do you have to put
I'll
it
be
to their
like,
mouth
here.
and feed
So
them?
even for like KP, for example, or you know he's like 100% platonic, that's still not cool?
Well, it depends. Okay, with KP, that's the only exception. If he's like driving, he's like, Jen, give me a nugget, you know.
I'm dying.
But then like if I'm giving it, it's more so like a, it's
Yeah.
not like a
Oh, so you toss it in. Like you
kind of, sort of, like
Yeah.
like.
she like full sends into his mouth.
But only Kevin Pratchett.
Yeah.
No one
Word.
else. I would not.
Word,
All
word,
these
word.
things, obviously, there's an exception if it's like there's a genuine closeness, or if like there's genuine like no other ill intentions between whatever. And obviously, if you're driving, she's not gonna make her friend like.
if
But
my
it's like you
girl,
said
grab
before,
his
is
own
it
nugget.
ever really that genuine? You
But it's
know?
only Kevin.
Yeah.
Though. Only KP. If another guy's driving and he wants his nuggets and be like, we should have pulled over. Could have ate your nuggets on the side of the road.
On the side of the
starve,
road.
bitch.
I think with the same sequence of like food, I think if like for example we're at the club and we got a bottle, and then if she was just like pouring in everyone's mouth, I'd be like, the fuck?
But what if she's doing it for all of her girlfriends and her guy friends? It's just you get a pour and you get a pour. There's no
Is it
bias.
different if she does everyone?
If it's
Yeah.
girl,
Girls and
I don't
guys.
know. Something about if it's my close guy friends, cool. But at the same time, why?
Like if y'all were all out drinking with your girlfriend, right? And then it was like y'all are all standing in a circle. It's girl, girl, guy, girl, guy. And she went, you get a pour and you get a pour. And she's like, fuck you, bitch. And you would rather that instead of her just being like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
No, because I'll give it to the guys.
Oh.
I set it up.
He
so-
covered his bases already.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that like
It's interesting because it's always the girls that are always like, you can't do this. But it's nice hearing that guys also feel that same way sometimes.
you gotta
Word.
always set it up so like you get the best results in a way. That's called being prepared.
So like, what are your thoughts on this? Because this kind of bothered me the other day. And this is my first time speaking about it. So sorry, Charlie.
Word.
We were like,
Hot take.
we were leaving this parking deck, and then like I saw this girl walking this way, and I'm leaving, right? So he opens the door for me to leave. So I'm like, my moment, I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I hear her say thank you, and I look back, I was like, oh, he held the door for her to walk through too. And then I was like, I kind of didn't like that, but then
Oh.
like would I have rather him be like a dick and like
Shut the door in her face. You can find a different door, bitch.
I was conflicted. I was like, why did I feel like I didn't like that? Am I a bad person?
Yes, Philip.
Question.
Yeah.
What was the?
Am I a bad person?
How the follow-up question would be, how far away were you versus the other girl? Because like, was she right behind
Let's say
you, or
5
was she like a
steps.
mile away
Let's
type
say
shit?
like 5 steps, and I'm already on step number 2, and she's coming up. Like, I don't know. I didn't like it.
Word.
But
That's good.
But then like he would. If he didn't open the door for her, I kind of would have been like, "You're a dick."
No, so it's a
like,
lose situation.
So that's why I'm asking. I'm like, why do I feel this way?
Well, I think it's because you're territorial. You know what I'm saying? You're like, that's my man. She shouldn't be doing that shit. But
No, because it's more like she can open her own door.
She can
She's
open
got
it
2
too.
hands.
But like that's why I'm asking, like, how far is it away? Because if she's like waiting for like a good minute and some change.
Well, the thing
for
is,
the-
you know how when someone holds the door for you and you kind of go like you kind of like make it seem like you're making the effort. I didn't see that. I just heard thank you. So then I was like, oh,
Oh.
She said, "Bitch,
my
enemy."
But I didn't say anything because I was like, I'm gonna be crazy if I bring this up. But yeah, I didn't really like it.
Interesting.
Don't know why.
That's
Is that
valid.
crazy?
I don't think
Is
you're
it
a bad
crazy?
person.
I don't think that's crazy.
Thank you.
I don't think
I
that's
thought I heard the
crazy.
word crazy. I was like, what?
See. So for me, I think
I think your
he's-
feelings are valid, but also like I don't think what he did was a
Are
bad
you a
thing either.
therapist? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was
Because I
gonna
hear
say.
you. Like I can see where
You
you're
hear
coming
me,
from.
though.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you hear me.
I think it's one of those things where you can be like, babe, don't do that.
But
you know?
I don't want to be that person who's like, don't hold the door for people.
I think that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what you can't do. That you gotta be smiling and saying it.
Don't
because-
do that. Don't do that again.
yeah, just like that. Stop it! Stop it!
Do it again. I swear to God.
I'll murder you and your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like pretty recent. I was like,
Huh.
I didn't like that I felt that way, but I did. So what can I do?
I don't know. Me personally, I try to look at their intentions as a human. You know what I'm saying? Because like if he would open that door, whether it's like a girl or a guy, or
Well,
like
that's the thing. I was like, would you have done the same if it was a guy?
oh,
Because if they're
that's-
consistent, then it's
that's a
it's
freaking
one
good
thing.
Yeah,
But
point.
like
he's
if
consistent.
Oh,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's a good point.
That
Like
is a good point.
Huh?
Because sometimes you know how you're talking about it's about the intentions and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like, let's say your boyfriend is just somebody who holds doors open. And
Yeah, he's
stuff.
just a door holding ass dude.
Yeah,
you
but
know what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
is, it's like sometimes you have to also think about like. Also consider the fact that not everybody in the world has good intentions. So sometimes like it's like people can take advantage. Like let's say you know how she was talking about like if the door gets held open, you kind of feel the need to like
Rush
walk
a little
faster.
bit,
But
yeah.
let's say she was like
Taking her
taking her
time.
time and like reveling the fact that like oh a man's opening a door for me.
Not
and-
even a man, her man.
Yeah, her man.
Her man
Because
holding
girls
the
are
door.
like
Oh.
that, man.
That's what I was
they
thinking.
think
I
about
thought
it.
that's why.
So you're more
I just answered my own question.
you're more conflicted
Yes.
about the girl than actually Charlie holding the door. You're thinking about what
yeah,
she's
'cause
thinking.
I'm like,
Just the overall
I wonder
thing.
if the
That-
girl was
Because then
thinking
that
like,
makes
ooh,
you
so embarrassing
look-
for
yeah.
her.
Oh my. Okay, can I just mention?
Oh my.
No, you.
Let her cook. Let her
I
cook.
literally had this conversation with my man's right the other day because you know how earlier you mentioned the whole Instagram thing,
Yes,
liking thing,
liking
right?
pictures.
So I had this convo with my man because I was like, you like the whole topic of liking like girls stuff, blah blah blah. Because sometimes you know it's like double tap, scroll, double tap, so it's like habitual. And then he was having the argument point of like, sometimes it's just, he was like, there's no intention, whatever, but for it. But then I was like, girls are different. Girls see things totally differently because
oh, that's wild.
because for us, it's like there's a lot of, I mean, men too, but like in this instance, women who like they don't take it lightly and stuff like that.
I think it depends on like if your man is
Yeah.
friends with your close girlfriends.
Yeah, yeah,
And they like your close girlfriend's pictures, that's fine. Because
Yeah.
it's like you know them, you know how they interact.
yeah.
But let's say your man does not know an acquaintance that's
Yeah.
like a girl that you know,
Yeah,
but you know for a fact that they're not close like that, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden he likes her picture.
yeah.
I feel like you're making me look dumb.
Exactly. This is the
Because
same argument.
she's probably sitting there like, oh my gosh, poor Helen. Like, why is her man liking my
yes.
Because that's how
Oh
girls
my
think.
god.
Word.
Interesting.
That
That's
is
why
literally
I
how girls
wanted you
think.
on this podcast because you just literally validated.
Like, I don't care if I post a
My
photo
whole
on
thing.
Instagram. I don't care if it gets 1 like, 2 likes,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, sometimes it's not about the likes. Because I
Yeah.
feel like lately now on Instagram, you're posting just to like have content, just
Yeah.
to like document your life,
Yeah.
right? So it's not as important as like how it used to be where it's like every like matters. If anything, if I see a guy who I know I'm not close friends with him and he has a full-on girlfriend, I'm kind of like, and you know when you're posting a picture how you're posing and like swiping up, responding on a story, like that's a thirst trap, right?
Yeah.
And you reacting to it is kind of like makes me feel like, oh sis, like
That's a body.
You took the bait.
It's like
motherfucker.
he took the bait.
when a guy that's in a relationship or is even married, that's even worse. Like hearts my story, whatever, and it's like a selfie outfit picture, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like thought number one, this dude's a scumbag. Thought number two, immediately
Damn.
following after is
And like no more pictures
feel
ever.
bad. I feel bad for the girlfriend because I'm like,
Do you know that
Yeah.
he's doing this? Do
And
you know that his
yeah.
eye is wandering?
and so that was the argument I was having with my boyfriend because I was like, I know your intentions are good. Like I know how you interact with females and guys on Instagram, outside of Instagram, whatever. It's not about that, but it's about like you presenting an opportunity to make me kind of look stupid. Because
Yeah.
other girls do consider that kind of stuff.
especially when as the role of
Oh
a
my God.
significant other, you are supposed to make your partner like shine the brightest that she
Yes.
can be or he.
Yes.
So like if the person closest to you is making you look dumb,
Yeah.
like it just hurts a lot more because
Yeah.
no one else has the ability to do that but the person you love most.
Yes.
Couldn't
Yes.
Oh my
Phil.
God. Yes, Phil.
you got it,
Question.
dog. You got it, dog.
So if you guys are like y'all together, right? And it's like a random third party's opinion. Why do you guys care about the third party's opinion? That's just a
Oh.
genuine question.
That's a good question.
You know what
because
I'm
that's
saying?
literally what my man, when we were having this conversation, he also brought that up because he was like, if my intentions are good,
Yeah.
why would you care? But the thing is, with women in like the social circle of how women interact and all that, how we are, like our reputation and how other women also perceive us in a group setting, whatever, that matters because sometimes that places us within like a social respect amongst other women and stuff too. It's like almost like with guys, y'all
Okay.
being good at like just knowing a lot of things, making a lot of money, whatever, that makes y'all like the bigger dude and like everyone wants to be your bro, whatever. With women, we also have our own like societal standards and ways of interacting and like respecting each other.
Okay.
And so even if it should be like, oh my God, he literally said that. He was like, why would you care about what anybody else says if my intentions are good? I was like, no matter how good your intentions are,
We don't know
women-
the
yeah.
narrative that
Yeah.
she's,
Yeah.
you know.
Because
Would-
women talk. And
Yes.
one of the biggest things that will like destroy a woman's reputation, make us feel like inadequate, whatever, is feeling like we look stupid.
When
or
your
like,
name is brought up in that group chat that you don't know
Yeah.
about.
Oh my
Like,
But also, it's like a bunch of girls that you don't even really care about. So why does that
Yeah.
matter? You know what I'm saying? Because
But
it's not
like-
like you guys are besties.
but question,
Okay.
why even give them the opportunity?
Exactly.
Why present the opportunity for someone,
Exactly.
for your name to be in someone's
Because
mouth?
I feel like people
Yeah.
gonna hate regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he didn't do it, people
Hating
will find.
is one thing,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
it hurts your ego a lot. Like
Okay.
if a random girl just hated me for something, I'd be like, okay. But if she thought I looked stupid or was like looking
That's
down on me
different.
in a pitiful way,
Interesting.
that hurts my fucking pride and my ego. And
I'm saying like
dude,
you could find. Okay. No, don't go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
no,
that's it.
sorry.
No, that was it. I'm sorry. That was it. That was it. Oh my God, this conversation is crazy. I'm
I
getting a
guess
deja vu.
one thing for me is like, isn't it a little bit unhealthy to assume every girl is thinking that, oh, this person's gonna think maliciously about my man's if he does this way. Not maliciously against a man, but this girl's gonna disrespect me because of my man doing this.
It's because women
Or
have a lot of-
schemers.
I don't want to say that, but a lot of women's stuff is about competition.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's about who's prettier than who has cuter outfit or dresses better than who, blah blah blah. Because that's how society views us.
And like for girls, especially the girls in relationships, the biggest flex is to say that, to have a man that other girls can literally be like, oh wow, like he's so faithful to her.
He's so obsessed with
that's
her,
like the
yeah.
biggest flex. Like
Biggest
be
flex.
obsessed with me. Let
Yeah.
other people see that you're obsessed with
Yeah.
me, you know?
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
A guy who has like ultimate devotion and commitment and faithfulness and only eyes for a woman, that's all. I genuinely think that's all women want in a man.
Because some girls, I feel like they like to be known as the person who can break up the relationship if they want to. I can
Yes.
take your man if I want to.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
But lucky for you, I don't want to. Like, there's girls that think like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Word.
And there
that's
are girls
why that came
out there
out.
that were probably
Yes.
like, oh, you know, these two are together because like I didn't want him. Like he was in my DMs first.
Yeah.
Who cares if he was in your DMs first?
The
But there are
yeah.
some girls that say that. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty so to simplify, girls are saying, I want a guy that's gonna say no to everything no matter what anyone says.
yeah.
yeah.
Long story short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like,
I mean, that's true.
It's okay to be that guy.
Yeah.
It's okay to not, you don't have to be the nice guy all the time. Just be nice to who you're dating. That's
Yeah.
all. That's the only person that should matter. Who cares if like other girls are like, oh, he's a dick.
So
Be
how
a
do
dick.
then like okay,
Okay.
I think it's really hard for girls to even build relationships with other girls, to be honest, because of this tendency to like thinking that other girls are like, this girl's looking down on me, I'm gonna murder them.
Because it
Or,
sounds like you guys are doing mental gymnastics all
yeah,
the
that's
time,
what I'm trying
dude.
to say.
Always mental.
That
So,
shit's
like,
stressful.
I mean,
Holy
it's
shit.
very articulated. You
Yeah.
have to like, I'm pretty sure you can relate.
Yeah.
Like obviously when we first met, I got like great vibes. And there are a lot of girls that you get really great vibes from.
I didn't know she was chill like that.
Aloha.
But then, did I do that?
Huh? No.
But then there's some girls, and I'm sure you can relate when
Yeah.
like you have guy friends who like, oh, this is my homegirl, blah blah blah. Meet
Yeah.
my homegirl, blah blah blah. And then she's just like, oh hi, you know?
Yeah.
You're kind of like, okay, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Like some girls don't give off that vibe, and that's the difference between like a girl's and like ones who's not.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
for the most part, every like girl that I've met, especially like the beautiful, pretty girls, they're usually super nice.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh
But
my
then
God.
every now and then, like there would be one girl that I thought
Yes.
was so pretty, and she turns out to have like the nastiest attitude, and I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
Interesting.
I lost all respect for you.
like for guys, and just talking on the topic of like girls and guys, right? For guys, it's as simple as like, oh, if that guy's a bro and I know he's not gonna try to like get into my girlfriend's like pants,
Yeah.
and he's like not a slut,
Yeah.
then I can trust this guy.
Is that what entails being a boy's boy?
For
Or-
me, boy's
bro?
boy is consistency and good morals and
Yeah.
consistency. So first thing is good morals, because you don't want the guy to be like, cool, if you're a slut, go for it, right? Do
Yeah.
whatever you gotta do, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta make sure your group is safe. But if you're also like,
Are you talking about like when you're out and about?
yeah,
Like if you're
But it's like a
trying-
loyalty thing. It's like,
yeah, it's a
knowing
loyalty
that your
thing.
guy won't pull some,
yeah, some
some
like
snake shit.
that's why like most friend groups, in my opinion, kind of break away, because guys will talk to girls in the same friend group that another guy liked.
Oh,
When
I do
the-
see a lot of guys.
And it gets all
groups
messy.
break
Like
and
boy A
shit.
was like, oh, I like this girl, and then boy B talks to her behind boy A's back.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a lose-lose for both sides. It's
Yep.
like both people look back as like the girls, like the reputation could be affected, and so for
Yeah.
the same for the guys.
So for guys, it's more so like a whole loyalty thing, and that's why it's consistency. Because as long as you don't screw up the loyalty part, that's my bro. Like I don't have to worry.
No. See,
I was gonna ask, like, how does it work for girls? Because I feel like it's so much more complicated. Because
Yeah.
like us, it's like, ooh, we good? Okay, you cool with me? I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
is more so like, this girl's playing mind games
Yeah,
with
no,
me.
it's a
Let's
little
play
bit more
chess.
convoluted with
It is.
girls.
because girls, it's a lot of like behind the scenes scheming and stuff. Like,
What the fuck?
Yeah, because like even though you call each other pretty, you guys aren't like just saying it. You guys
Yeah.
are just saying it just for like
yeah.
to keep your foot
No,
in the door.
I don't call anybody pretty unless I mean it.
I hope she calls
Word.
me
I
pretty.
respect
Okay,
that.
okay.
Because you know,
hope
sometimes
she
you
calls me
feel
pretty.
obligated. You know, if someone comes,
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and you feel like you have to say it back.
Yeah, if you just say like, "Oh, thank you," and you don't say like, "Oh, you're pretty too," you kind of feel like an asshole.
You do, but like at the same time, why do you feel like
You're
it's like,
obligated to say
it's
it?
like
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel obligated to say it.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be
Word.
throwing out a compliment because you're trying to fish one back.
Yeah,
I swear
yeah,
the
So
that
if
is
I'm
next-
true.
hyping a girl on Instagram,
Yeah.
it's because I really mean it.
Yeah.
Not
Oh.
not just because I'm saying it.
You know,
love
if there's a
that.
Say it.
party
That's
and
what
I
I
see
like.
another girl meet you for, oh my god, you're so
You're so
pretty,
pretty.
and then you respond with, thanks. I'm gonna laugh. I'm actually gonna laugh. I'm gonna be like, hey, you should watch the episode of the Levity podcast.
She gives him a fist bump. Yeah, put it there.
No,
Thank
but,
you.
But like, okay, being a girl's girl, like I appreciate you saying that because that's why I wanted you back on because it's like, I think girl friendships are some of the best friendships you can have. But the
Yes.
thing is, it's like both girls, you cannot have insecurity between two girlfriends. Otherwise, that shit falls apart. Like straight up. That's why you see a lot of pretty girls just being friends with other pretty women. Because it's like sometimes a lot of the jealousy, competition, that can just destroy shit. And so it's
Interesting.
like when you have a healthy, like two healthy women that are genuinely secure in themselves, they have nothing but like loving intentions towards each other. that's an easy friendship to make. And also it's like, I think it's one of the best ever. No offense to the guys being bros. I know y'all have your own culture, but like the way women nurture each other
It's
and
like
support,
on another
it's on a
level.
different level. But the thing is, being a girl's girl sometimes it's hard because it's like hard to see where the line is. Cause I know a lot of girls around here. I'm not going to say any names, but like there is this one specific girl I was friends with before, and like she has a lot of girlfriends. She like basically all of her friends are only girls, always hangs out with girls, always goes out with girls, whatever. And like on an outside perspective, you would think like, damn, that's a girl's girl. But then like I personally knew her pretty close, and like one of our friendship groups broke apart because she like in secrecy, she basically like fucked my other girlfriend's boyfriend, and then
That's
did
like
that
another
to
level.
Holy shit.
and then to another girl
God.
that she was getting
Holy
close
shit.
with. Like they weren't besties or whatever, but they were like decently getting close. And that girl and her like long-term boyfriend ended up separating, and then that same girl like ended up getting with that boy. And then like on an outside perspective, you think like, oh, that's a girl's girl, she's always around girls and stuff like that. But sometimes like they be scheming in the
Because they're
background.
trying to get close with
Yeah.
with what you have or something.
Or like I know some girls too who are like always surrounded by girlfriends, but they like always behind the scenes they always talk shit about their girlfriend and stuff. And I'm like, is that what entails being a girl's girl? Like I don't think so. But like when it's a super healthy, like loving girl friendship, I think that shit's top tier. Don't you think so?
When
Yeah,
do you
it's like on a-
know? Huh?
like it's just like you can't find it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And like you can't even get that out of a like boy girl relationship, even if there's your significant other. It's like I don't know. It's very hard, but it's also
Okay.
like special. I don't know how
Yeah.
to really explain it
Yeah.
other than that.
How do you know when you found a girl's girl though?
You just know from the vibes.
Because you
So chill.
because like from what you were saying earlier, you thought that girl was a girl's girl, right?
Yep.
But then it tended to not play out the way that you thought.
It's more of like as you get older too and stuff, like if you're a self-aware person and you feel like you are good at not just going with whatever everyone wants to do, like you can see people for how they are and you more so judge them not on their personality but more so their inner character, and you can trust that you trust their morals and like their intention, whatever. You just have to like
you just gotta-
trust that.
Then when do
know?
you know when the friendship is like too toxic and it's time to end things?
For me, it's just like
Yeah, because like we're
you-
talking about a lot of, oh yeah, this we get the vibes, we get to understand each other, but like there's moments like you said earlier where you just don't vibe at all, and like you see a little more than you want to,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, I don't want to be in this type of relationship anymore. So when do you know that? Like, how do you know?
I had a friend who I like was friends with for like quite a long time, like a few years, and at a certain point in time, it felt like
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. At a certain point in time, it just felt like whenever she was upset, she would just like go ghost, but she wouldn't tell you why she's upset.
Like Danny Phantom type
And
shit?
you know, yeah, and then you have to reach out and be like, "Hey, like we haven't been talking for a while. Everything okay?"
Yeah.
And then they go and they're like, "Well, you haven't talked to me for 2 weeks," and it's like,
Holy shit!
Oh.
Wait.
They're like
Oh.
victimizing themselves almost.
well, it's just
and
like
stuff.
if there's something that's bothering you, communicate that with me. Don't go
Yeah.
ghost. And then, like, we're adults. We have things in life that sometimes like we need to take care of. Sometimes you can have the bestest of friends and you don't need to talk to them every single day.
Yeah.
And I feel like you know when a friendship is toxic when you're the one who has to keep apologizing
Oh my
because
God.
you're busy
Ooh.
with life.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that and they're like, "Well,
my God.
you went a whole week without talking to me or you went 2 weeks without talking to me."
Yeah.
And it's like, dude,
Is that
what?
literally what they say though?
In
Like,
this
oh
case,
my gosh.
yes. In this case, it was kind of like, oh, well, we went a whole 2-3 weeks without us talking, and why are you waiting until now to ask if everything's okay? And I'm like,
Yeah.
because I didn't know if you just needed space or if you were busy, you know?
Yeah.
But then it became like a repeating pattern, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Like,
Yeah.
And then my big thing with any relationship in general, friendship or not, if I've gone a certain amount of time in my life without you and I'm able to survive, that proves to me I don't need you in my
Ooh, I
life.
love that.
Dang.
Yeah. I
And then
respect
from that point forward, it's like,
honestly.
why waste energy and time into someone when you
Yeah.
know you can exist and live without them
Yeah.
in a great way, you
Yeah,
know?
of
But if
course.
like, for example, you lose your friend, right? And you're like, damn, these past few weeks have been so hard. Like, I really need her. That's for you a testimony of that, like, okay, this person really matters in your life.
Yeah.
So you should save the friendship you have. But
Yeah.
if I'm okay without you, then for
So
me,
you
it's
rather
kinda
cut it
like-
off completely?
Then at that point, it
Yeah.
kind of proves that like the value that they were putting into your life as your friend, it actually wasn't as, you
like
know,
they weren't contributing
Yeah.
as much as you would like to think.
yeah.
And with this person in particular, like we were friends for like almost 4 years, and I would say now it's been
Damn.
almost 3 years. We haven't said a word to each other,
Yeah.
and I'm fine.
You guys just broke up. Damn.
Oh my God, no, that's actually similar to me and one of my girlfriends because
I'm saying girls are scary, man.
Wow.
I'm saying, you know, I know me and Phil are just making eye
How's
contact.
that scary?
Nah, because it just seems like y'all go through the cycle of like meeting a new friend that you think is a good friend, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, there's no consistency in this person.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like be with them, but you invest all this time only to get screwed over in a way.
like it's trial and error though, because you got to realize finding people who genuinely move with love towards other people, that's actually rare. People who aren't ego driven, people who aren't like selfishly just like thinking about themselves, like that's rare. Somebody who really cares about you, has the patience to like grow with you and change with you or whatever, that's different, because most people will more so be like, well, it's about me, and how I feel and blah, blah.
And it's funny because I felt that way with that particular person.
Yeah.
I felt like when we went out to parties and things, I felt like I was arm candy
Oh, yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
Like I felt, because you know, like sometimes when two besties look good, like you get more guys to
Yeah.
come by and buy you both drinks or
Oh, I
something.
see.
Yeah.
And I'm not I'm not as forward. I'm not as forward in that sense. Like my intention at the time was not to go out to like get free drinks or do this, do whatever. But I felt like the minute she was able to get a guy, it would be like, hey, like I know we made plans to like spend the night together, but I'm going
Yeah.
home with this guy.
Oh, she said
So-
peace out?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
tough.
So then you're
Oh.
like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna go home then.
Yeah.
Even though like if me and you were to go out and then
Yeah.
we get drunk, we need to stick together that whole entire night.
Yeah, of course. I
no
wanna make
matter
sure you
what.
get home and
we make
everything,
sure we
yeah.
get home. But then like,
That's
let's say a
interesting.
fucked up friend would be like, oh, well, I met this guy, and so
Yeah.
we're gonna like, yeah. So are you good with going home? I can call you an Uber. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know
It's
what?
like that.
You know, it's kind of the opposite for guys, though. It's
What?
gonna sound kind of fucked
Like
up.
that's what
'cause
y'all
we're like,
promote.
Y'all
Y'all
trying to be
promote that.
bros.
when we
Y'all-
hear a guy's about to like,
Ooh, go,
we're like, yo, go get him, dog, like,
Yeah.
get him, tiger.
That's
like,
the difference between
That's what
girls
I'm saying.
and girl culture
That's
and bro
interesting.
culture. Yeah.
Because when I'm hearing this, I'm just like, wow. Like if one of my friends said, yo, like I'm about to do deeds real quick, I'd be like, go get him,
Well,
tiger.
that goes back to what you said earlier, where guys get what they can, but
Yeah.
girls get what they want. And I feel
I
like
agree.
if we go outside right now and we want to like sleep with whoever,
Yeah.
easy.
Mm.
So for me, it's kind of like, why would you leave me hanging in the dust?
yeah.
So the
When-
ex
when
friend
you
just
coulda-
wanted a little too much.
When you can get this at any point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Let's like communicate that. Like, what are our
Yeah.
intentions for the night before we go out and we
Yeah.
get drunk? Like,
Oh, so you gotta,
don't-
like,
oh wow, you
Yeah.
guys
Plan
have
out
to
the
level.
night.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
for example, you're like, hey girl, like I'm trying to find a man tonight. Then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, bet.
then you know.
We'll go through with
Yeah.
that. But if you don't communicate that, and then all of a sudden, like you're like, "Hey, girl, you want me to call you an Uber
Yeah.
home? Like, are you okay? I can drop you off." Then it's like, "Fuck you."
Like if she starts the night being like, I want to spend time with you. Like I want us to
Exactly.
bond
like,
as
you,
girls.
You pack your bag and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
And then she just leaves you hanging in the dust, and it was just you two going out. It's like, you can call me an Uber, but still, it's like, what was the point of you wanting to
Exactly.
hang out with me? Was it really to like
Like,
bond with me, or was it just to use
arm
me?
candy,
Yeah.
exactly. So
yeah,
It's the moral of
how I
the story.
felt.
Just be more clear about your intentions, yeah?
yeah,
And don't
'Cause
leave.
if you're a true friend, you would.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Can't be leaving people in the dark.
yeah. And don't leave the door open for too long.
oh yeah,
Word. Yeah.
yeah.
Can't be doing that.
And if you do open the door for her, but then the girl doesn't look like she's skedaddling over to the door and she's just taking her sweet
Close
time,
the
you
door on
better
her
shut
face.
that shit in her face.
Pull it back.
Yo, ain't no
Find
way.
another door.
You got half a second to get through this door.
Wait, there's no way though. That's so like.
No, you guys know what you should do. Just start counting down. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
It's like a stop sign. Like when you stop at the sign, you gotta
like, just
1, 2,
start
3.
counting down.
Yeah.
1 to 3.
But yeah, all right, guys. I think we're hitting like the hour mark. So
That was a good combo.
yeah. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I
Yeah.
hope to have have you back on
Yeah, it's so
again.
fun. I feel like
Oh, I had so much
I
fun.
really like this experience because I feel like we're able to talk about topics and conversations that we normally would not. Like, for
Yeah.
example, we're not like all on like, well, for me, to you guys at least, we're not like on that level where we're super close. But if it wasn't for this podcast, we would never have these conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
And I
just
feel like
get
you guys
to-
really got to get a chance to share and
Yeah.
bond. I guess
Yeah.
You get to just like learn about how we think in general as
Yeah.
people, not as like, oh, what is this person? Yeah. So I,
I feel
think
like
this
we're a
is
lot more similar in like our mindsets
Yeah,
than I
no,
thought
just
too.
now when you were talking about the toxic friendship ending and stuff, and how like she would always put it on her, I was like, holy shit, that's literally why I ended a friendship with a
Yeah.
girlfriend this past year.
she gets it.
I was like, oh my.
yeah.
we get each other.
Yes.
But all right, guys, we're the Levity Podcast, and we'll catch you guys in the next time.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.